Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? We are watching the Kamala Harris campaign, her camp crumble right in front of our very own eyes. There is panic in the Kamala Harris camp, especially when it comes to Pennsylvania. And we're about to get right into what Pennsylvania is doing. And I am making my official prediction today that Trump will take Pennsylvania. It may not be a huge lead, but he will take it, and we're about to get into that. Besides that, the second would be Trump assassin. Well, what has just been discovered about him and what he has been doing for the last couple of months is shocking. The feds knew, the government knew, they were watching him, but they let him take the shot. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to One Nation Under God. If you're in and if you can see me, you can hear me, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out with the algorithm. Leave a comment letting me know you see me, you hear me, how's your day going? And really quickly, a big shout out to VERITY METALS. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you fight inflation, through physical gold and silver. They have American Eagles. They have one of ones, Trump's mugshot coins. They have graded collectibles. Whatever you need to convert an IRA, 401k, they got you. You need just a little bit of metals to hold on to just in case the worst happens. They got you, and they will give you free silver and qualifying orders when you tell them Vlad sent you. Go to veritymetals.com or call them at 480-717-9081. Mention me, get free silver. Let's get right into it. So first, I want to talk about Pennsylvania and what is happening. So Beheezy George tweeted this. The RNC has filed a lawsuit against Montgomery County, Pennsylvania officials for violating state law by not conducting the legally required testing of the voting machines that will be used in the 2024 presidential election. They're asking the judge to order hand counting for the ballots that have been mailed without the testing of the machine and to halt the county from sending out any more ballots until they conduct the logic and accuracy testing. Yet, in a dramatic and unprecedented maneuver, defendants begin distributing ballots on September 17th, 2024, days before the scheduled L&A testing. Upon information and belief, defendants are the only county in Pennsylvania to have commenced voting without completing the testing. This lawsuit is huge because if something goes wrong with the machines when they start counting, we can sue and no judge can dismiss it on latches or even standing because we demonstrated concern before the election and not only after. The RNC should keep filing lawsuits challenging every little issue that comes up. So here's what's happening. They want to do a check on the machines. They want to do a test run and make sure everything's working great before the election even started. So this gives the RNC and their attorneys way more leverage, especially in the future. If, let's say, the election happens, weird stuff happens, they start asking questions. No judge can then just dismiss it. They don't have a right to dismiss because the lawsuit was filed before the election. They said, before we go into the election, let's make sure everything's up to date, everything's running the way it should. They start freaking out, sending out mail-in ballots. What does this do? This locks the lawsuit in. No one can dismiss it. Now, if something does happen, they have full right to go in and test anything and everything, and no judge can stop them. I believe that this lawsuit, in the long game, in the long run, and let's not forget, we are in the long game to save America. This is going to be huge. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I've said I believe we're going to win Pennsylvania. Here's why. There are about For the first time in 40 years, over 200,000 more registered Republican voters than Democrats. In the last 3 years, Democrat voters have gone down, meaning they either changed their party affiliation or re-registered from Democrat to Republican. With the Republicans, they've gained. They gained from the independents. They gained from the Democrats. They gained new voters, way more. Going into 2016 and 2020, Pennsylvania, the Democrats were outnumbering the Republicans like 2.5 to 1. Now we outnumber them almost 2 to 1. Now I want to talk about the second would-be assassin, what he was doing, where he was. This is crazy. Breaking. Trump would-be assassin Ryan Ruth possessed a list that included dates from August all the way to October where Trump appeared or was expected to be. Trump would-be assassin Ryan Ruth possessed a memo that included dates from August to October of venues where Trump had appeared or was expected to be. Prosecutors revealed in a detention filing on Monday. Ryan Ruth also traveled near Trump's West Palm Beach golf course and his Mar-a-Lago residence multiple times in the months leading up to his arrest. I have a question. Where does an unemployed scumbag like this dude get all the money to travel several times to Mar-a-Lago? You got to pay for tickets, hotels, plus he had very, very, very expensive pew-pews on him. He had gear, he had bulletproof glass around him, he had bulletproof vests. How does an unemployed dude on SSI travel so much? I mean, he's been in Ukraine several times in the last 2 years, right? He's been to Washington, D.C. He's been in BlackRock commercials. Now, we all know the answer. I just want you to say it out loud to yourself because it sounds crazy, but it is. Our own government has been funding him. And I'm going to leave you with this. Did you know that the first Trump would-be assassin and the second, here's what they have in common? Well, they're both wackos. Just look at them. They're both pro-Biden Harris. They're both for abortion. They're both pro-Ukraine. They both hate Trump. But not only that, they both appeared in BlackRock commercials. They both were visited by somebody when their phone is tracked. That somebody goes to visit the CIA building in DC a lot. And they both, well, again, I already said this, besides being in BlackRock commercials, they are both very closely tied to BlackRock. What does that tell you? They love Ukraine, funded by BlackRock. BlackRock just bought Ukraine. Ukraine no longer exists as a sovereign nation. BlackRock purchased all of it. Zelensky just sold it. And you know who's going to suffer at the end? The Ukrainian people that have nothing to do with the war, that don't hate Russia, that don't hate Russians, who are just in it because they were born in Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a shift happening in our world where people are waking up like never before. Now we really see that there is a satanic system behind the scenes that wants to control what you eat, what you think, what you say, how you sleep, when you sleep, where you sleep. But we are rising up as a populist movement. We are taking back our country. We are taking back our schools. We are taking back the world. We are taking back the financial system. The cabal of the radical globalists will fall. It's not going to be pretty, and times are going to be hard. But trust me, On the other side of the tunnel is the light. It's the healthy food. It's the no more wars and a good future for our kids. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Again, big shout out to Verity Metals for sponsoring this channel. You can get free silver just like this, 1 ounce silver American Eagles. You can get these for free when you call them and mention VLAD. So go to call them at 480-717-9081 or go to veritymetals.com. Links down below in the description. Subscribe, hit that bell notification button. God bless you. See you at the top.